So I've decided I'm going to do a series of videos of different size species of plants, where I'm putting them and why I'm selecting them. So I thought I'd start with trees because when I started, I didn't have any idea what I wanted to do. I just started doing things. But now as I'm learning more, I realize that you kind of have to have a plan. Now, and you need to start with big trees because the big trees are going to define where the other things can grow around it. So, and they take the longest to grow as well. So for big trees, I currently have 6 species which I am growing. I have Corymbia ficifolia, red flowering gum, so I've got about a dozen of these, but am I going to plant any more? We'll find out in a second. They're not locally indigenous, as you would know by now. Again, I've got a dozen or more coast banksia. These are massive. These can get to 25 meters. So do I have any space for any more, even though they are locally indigenous and quite iconic to the region? Perhaps not. Next, I've just got one zigzag wattle. I am conflicted about planting this, obviously, because it's from Queensland. Perhaps I might sell it instead. Next, again, I've got about, what's that, a dozen manna gum, Eucalyptus viminalis. So these are huge too. These are like 50-meter trees, so I probably won't have anywhere to put them. I've got this one drooping she oak, Alicasarina verticillata. So I do have a place for that. That grows to about 10 meters. So I'm going to do that. And this last one here is Blakely's red gum or Eucalyptus blakely, which is not locally indigenous. I've planted one and I'm conflicted about that. And for the ones that I don't plant here, I'm actually considering selling them at a local market. So here we go. So this here is just showing where I have planted all of the trees, which are from 5 meters in height, which is like a silver banksia, all the way up to my largest one would probably be the coast banksia, which can go to 25 meters. So what you can see there is obviously the house, the driveway. Outside of the house is where those boxes are. The blue is the water tanks. The pooey color are the septic tanks, and the red is everywhere that I've planted something that's more than 5 meters. Now it looks quite constricted, but there's at least probably 1.5 meters between each of them. Although I do know that there are big issues if you do have too many trees too close together, and it can create leggy trees with poor root structures. Roots can compete, they can die quicker. Less airflow means that it can have high disease risk, and they just generally have shorter lifespans. So I need to be really careful, and also it also takes space of shrubs and smaller things that I want to plant too. So let's run through what I've actually planted. So first I've planted 4 coast banksia, Banksia integrifolia. Obviously this is Banksia woodland and they grow very well here. So I might plant another one of these, but yeah, very happy to have this locally indigenous species, but they're quite big, they grow to 25 meters. Second, I've got a silver princess or Eucalyptus caesia. So these are gorgeous, drooping little up to 5 meter trees. They've got these beautiful flowers, as you can see here, and this ghost-like gum. So the reason that I planted just one of these, they're not locally indigenous, they're from WA, was just to get some colour and interest into the garden. It's wedged between 2 coast manna gums or Eucalyptus viminalis, subspecies prairiana. These grow to about 15 meters tall, so I bought these 2. I think in other videos I haven't made it clear that these were the coast manna gum and not the general manna gum, which can grow up to 50 meters, the Eucalyptus viminalis. So these I planted for koalas, and I just put that silver princess wedged it between. And yeah, they grow really well in tight spaces, those silver princess. Next is Corymbia ficifolia, or red flowering gum, a WA native. So I've planted 3 of these, and they're absolutely gorgeous, add lots of colour. I actually might plant another one of these. I know it goes against the general ethos, but who cares? Next, a drooping she oak, Alicasarina verticillata. These grow to about 5 to 10 meters. My Swedish missus isn't a big fan of them, but I kind of like them, and I also grew these from seeds picked myself. Next up, we've got silver banksia, Banksia marginata, only grow up to about 5 meters. I absolutely love these. These are one of my favorites. So I've planted 4 of them, and I might in the future grow some more. We'll see, but I don't have any plans right now to do any more. So next cab off the rank that we have is the silver birch. So the evil Swedish missus, this was her absolute demand. So it doesn't look too great just here. However, hopefully it will come back over winter and spring after quite a hot and prolonged summer. The next tree that I planted was one Blakely's red gum. Now I am quite conflicted because these are quite a large tree, up to 25 meters, and they're not locally indigenous. So should I pull it out even though I really like them, but I don't know, let's see how we go. So once these are all grown, this is what I assume the canopy is going to look something like. So as you can see, there's not that much space. However, I do want to plant 5 more trees, which I'm going to go through in a second. Okay, so the first I want to plant out here is maybe another manna gum, but we will see. Second, drooping she oak up the top here. Third, I want to plant probably another red flowering gum there. In here, maybe another red flowering gum. And also perhaps there, one more red flowering gum. And anything that I don't plant, I'm either going to try sell, I will try give to the neighbours, or I'm just going to find places locally where I could plant it, where they might help out the local ecosystem.